Hello, smilers, campers, and amazing human beings. Welcome back to another What's Up Wednesday. I'm missing something. I haven't got something with me. Where is it? Our good mate Shorty, he's actually in Sydney today, and condolences to the family, and I look forward to having Shorty back next week. Send him a bit of love, as we do, as we're part of our community, part of your community, and you know, it's just so important to get around you, and other people, which is what I'm really looking forward to tonight. Because, hey, Louisa, how are you? Tonight's super exciting because I have two people with us, and you know what? I'm just going to bring them in because I think it's so cool to have them here. Because Business of Smiles is growing. We're becoming a bigger community, and the support is everywhere. And tonight, I am so grateful and thankful for Jen and Val. Hello, Jen and Val. How are you? How awesome are the socks? And do they talk much?
No,
they're quite quiet.
Beautiful. All right. Well, most people in this live wouldn't know you. So can we change that, if that's okay? Because you two wonderful women are filling my heart with the support and just, I don't even know the way to say it, love that you're generating both ways. It's just awesome. And I can't thank you enough, which I will do that a little bit more later on. But first things first, let's find out who you are. Start with you, Jen, please.
I just tapped Val under. I was like, no, you go first. Oh, the tap's on me. I'm Jen. Hello. I am a wife, a mum, a crazy, a relationship coach, a counselor, and hopefully just a beautiful human being.
Well, I can confirm that is the case. So I'm happy with that. And thank you for your introduction. Val, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Beautiful, thank you. Tell us a little bit about you.
Who am I? I'm a mum. I'm a sister. I'm a friend to many. And I have this amazing group who meet daily. Some of them do down at the beach, and we swim daily. So that part of my life I absolutely love, and it's an absolute joy. Who else am I? I don't know. I'll take Jen's lead and say another human being. I try to be as good as I can.
You're an amazing human being, and there's a lot more to uncover with you, and I'm super stoked because I feel like I got to know you a little bit better on the weekend, and it's I'm actually going to jump straight into that and actually talk about that, because one of the greatest things I think in life is to know you, because when you know you can gift yourself to others, and you seem to be a little bit more confident in the way you go about things. But on Sunday, I had the privilege of seeing you do something that I just was outstanding. So would you mind sharing with us what that was?
It was outstanding for me too, Scott. Totally way out of my comfort zone. Over a period of time, I have met and had an involvement with a lady called Tina Burnett. And she put on this event at the Collingwood Town Hall on the weekend called This Is Me, which is basically creating a platform for, I think on Saturday we had 18 models. And the platform was for them to come out and have a voice. And it was just truly amazing, the diversity of the stories, the people, their experiences, what they shared, and basically for me getting to know a lot of them. And it was just, very emotional on many occasions. A lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of love. Totally full of love, that whole room was. It was amazing. And I was one of the models.
And you were, and not only just one of the models, you were the first one. You're the first one up
I
front.
know.
And
And I did a faux pas, the biggest faux pas. I went out before I was supposed to, so I had to have 2 entries.
oh, well, one's never good enough. You may as well take them both.
I just had to either, I could have just died of embarrassment, or I just had to embrace the moment, which is the latter is what I chose to do. And I just went for it.
I'm so glad you did. You embraced the moment.
Across the stage.
Well, you embraced the moment beautifully. And one of the things that I thought was just absolutely wonderful was the diversity of the women. You know,
Yeah,
there was
absolutely.
transgender, there was young women, there was all different nationalities represented, and just to stand there and say, "This is me," was just wonderful to watch. But I'm so proud of you for doing that.
So empowering from my point of view on that day. It was just, so totally empowering watching them, and also the experience that I did have.
How much stronger are you today because of that?
Sorry?
How much stronger are you today because you did that?
Oh, a lot more confident. Probably believe a bit more of myself. Yeah. Forced myself to do something that I hadn't done.
And you're doing it again?
Yes, and you've got me tonight, so you really are sort of, while the iron's hot, you're really milking it.
Well, I thought I'd strike while the iron's hot. You'd stepped up to owning you, so I thought get you one here as well, because to be honest, you both have just absolutely filled my heart with the love, support, and appreciation. And I don't want to share what you guys do because I want you to tell us. Val, it's an initiative that you started that has been supported, which is greatly supported by a few people in the comments, which is absolutely brilliant. But I would like for you to share with us how the Cold Water Crazy started.
Well, that was really quite easy. I started swimming on my own about almost 18 months ago now. And then one by one, I had people that noticed me, got talking to people. Do you mind if I come and join you? And it was just really basically word of mouth. And it was just people sharing. If they enjoyed it, they went and brought another friend back, and we suddenly went from 1 to, we have had up to 80 in our group, but obviously not everybody stays. Not everybody can swim every day. They just do it as they want. No one has to do anything. It's all completely of their own choice. No fees, no money's paid for anything. It's just something we do because we just love to do it, and we're doing it for ourselves, which is what I think is fabulous. I love that part of it.
I think you better explain what it is that you do.
Oh, doesn't everybody know?
No.
Just take a daily swim down at the bay at Frankston. On the weekends, we swim at 8 a.m. Mondays, on Saturdays and Sundays, and public holidays, and then Monday to Friday we do 7 a.m. swim. So I've done that for a lot of days now, and a lot of others have done it with me, like this one here.
Yeah, I love that, because I will throw over to Jen in a sec, but I would just want to explain to everybody what it is you're actually doing, because these brave women every single day of the year in Melbourne go into the water in Port Phillip Bay at Frankston Beach. It's cold. It's Melbourne. It gets colder.
8 degrees this morning.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And how many people were down there with you this morning?
Well, the last couple of weeks, I think we've had a good dozen every day.
10-ish.
Yeah, wow.
About 10 or 12 each day.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And it's like getting in the water is one thing, but it's the support that you give one another that is just phenomenal. So I'm actually going to, if it's okay with you, Val, I'm going to ask Jen to share a bit of the story about the support, how she got involved, and how she's finding the support of women just being women.
It is amazing, Scott. It really is. How I got involved, I was lucky enough to see Val's post. How long now? 16 months ago. That said, come and join us if you fancy it. So I didn't fancy it, but I did join her. One, I was scared of the sea. I was scared of fish.
Still is.
Still is. Yeah, still are. But I had just moved to Frankston. I'd left an amazing group of beautiful friends. And I knew that I needed to connect with the community where I'd moved to. So I saw this opportunity. I just thought, why not? Why not?
And she's still saying that today.
Yes. And am I so pleased I did. It's beautiful, Scott. It's an amazing group of ladies, all different ages, all have the most beautiful hearts, and the connection that everybody has is so special. Really, really special. Through lockdown, I think we all supported each other a lot.
Absolutely.
We had to separate the group so that we stayed within the rules. And again, we built a community of amazing women that always had each other's back, and was always, if somebody said, does anybody fancy a dip? Somebody would always say yes, because at that time it was needed.
And it wasn't uncommon to do a double dip.
No, or three.
Yep. You could go down to the place that we go to for our swims. You can go there just about, no matter when you go, you always find somebody from the group there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a space we all gravitate to now.
Oh, I love that, because it is a very special place, and but the community you've built up around you is just phenomenal. Like, it's when you do something difficult, you grow yourself.
Absolutely.
When you do that with others, the bonds you create are so much stronger, because you're going into that discomfort together.
Absolutely.
Shorty and I are about to go into a big lot of discomfort together, and our bond will grow and will strengthen because of that.
Yeah.
But seeing how much you wonderful women, and I love these women with all my heart. Each and every one of these women support me when I go down there to swim with them. It's such a privilege to be a part of the circle and actually hold hands as we walk into the water together. You hold me in your heart, and it's just wonderful. And I can't thank you enough. Not only just for me, for my birthday this year, we did a pier jump with Oscar, and it was just in tutus.
Of course.
But it was amazing.
Yeah.
But you held me and you held Oscar in a way of what a lesson for my son to be able to be supported by women, and just like I'll never be able to thank you enough for giving him the opportunity to know that we can love and support other people without it being anything more than that. And just to embrace and enjoy each other and support. I just can't thank you enough for that. I am just going to go.
To watch, Scott.
I was, Oscar and I are tutus. But I'm gonna share a quick moment, and then I've got some questions I'd like to ask you both. But one of the most beautiful days for me was actually International Women's Day this year. Heather Joy Bassett came down and joined you for a swim, and Heather is a big part of Business of Smiles over there in the States at the moment, spreading the message, doing her own thing also. But yeah, we're sharing that. We actually literally just made it to the New York Stock Exchange, by the way. We had a T-shirt hanging up at the New York Stock Exchange yesterday, thanks to HJP, which is awesome. Yeah, so that's awesome. So we're getting them out there. The message is coming. But this day, on International Women's Day, I came down, and no intention to swim, just to honour amazing women doing amazing things. And Peter Murphy, the federal MP for Dunkley, came down to support you.
Mm.
And I really felt that she grew because of the support and love that you had for each other. And I know Lynn's watching tonight, and thank you so much, Lynn. Lynn did the amazing job with the string ball. But I'd like for you to, both in your own eyes, and I'm going to start with you, please, Jen, how that felt on that very special day.
On International Women's Day, I think that day was really, really special. To me, every single day down there is International Women's Day. Honestly, Scott, it really, really does feel like that. It's beautiful. International Women's Day was a day that we could recognise all of us and how much we entwine and how much we can support each other. And it was amazing that Peter came down. It was fabulous to see her embrace it. Totally embrace it. And also new people that had never been in came down. And the same as what we say to all ladies, you just have to make it to the beach. We'll get you in. We'll do the rest. But for me personally, every single day down at that beach is International Women's Day, because we are all so amazing in everything that we do. And walking in the water every day, it does take some stamina.
I was going to say, in the strength.
In the strength, yeah. For sure. So you do some days look for the strength of the others to get in there. And I think that's really important.
I think that comes from holding hands.
Yeah,
the line that we do.
Yeah.
Well, talk about that. Let's share with us what you do.
We just all get into line once we've had our obligatory morning photo in our bathers. Face the water and join hands and go in one big long line, because there will be somebody in that group who doesn't have the courage, or if it wasn't for that group and that unity and that strength that we share, probably would not go in.
Yeah.
But they want to, but it's cold, sure. Uncomfortable, yes, but a lot of fun. But once you get there, after that first minute, it's just amazing. It changes. And we invariably stay there for 20, 25 minutes at least. Yeah. And not everybody is a swimmer. You don't have to be the swimmer. You can do water walks, you can do aerobics, you can just talk, it's everyone to themselves. No one has to do anything, but there is choices of what they can do.
And I love that
unity. Yeah,
absolutely. But I love how you support one another, and you talk about what your comfort levels are, and you aim to get just past where they're comfortable. And it's like, if you don't swim, that's fine too. And I know some people have even learned to swim since they've been a part of this, which is just amazing. So there's so much. I am so proud of each and every one of you. I really am. It's cold water swimming, something that I love to do, and I know the boundaries that come with it. And you go in 365. Doesn't matter what waves get up and down too, and it gets pretty out there.
They are.
Yeah, but it's and you're still there supporting each other. So I really want to honour that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Scott. It is amazing to watch people grow as well.
I think the one thing that's really helped a lot of us is the peer jumps. We laugh about it, but so many have overcome their fear doing that. And there are still some who haven't done it but still want to do it. But each time we do it, we don't do it a lot, but when we do it, there's always someone else who is there first. And it's just so amazing to see them go over that threshold. And we all witnessed Oscar when he went in, and that was just awesome to see. But once they've done that first one, they come up beaming with the biggest smile. Let's go again. It happens. But that's been an amazing part of it.
I fully embrace and have experienced that and experienced the joy on my son's face. You know, like as that is one of my most favorite photos of him as he comes up out of the water and that smile on his face
The
was
biggest smile.
just, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for supporting my son.
That was easy.
We're going to grab that for a minute because it's not always easy to just to support. It's not always easy to just be there, but you are there. And the support often isn't words. It's just being there.
Exactly.
And
I think that's one of the things that I get out of the group, as a few of us have said on different occasions as we just talk. If there was something wrong with one of us, we would only have to put a call out, and I guarantee within 5 minutes there'd be 20 people at your front door, no matter who it was. There is just that, unattached, unemotional support each time for anybody. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just nice to be a part of that sort of group.
How much strength does that give you as an individual when you know you've got that support?
I don't see it as a strength. I find it really humbling to have that many amazing people there. And some of them we don't see for quite a few months, but they'll come back. And it's just as if they've never been away.
Never
it's just
stopped.
always lovely. Yeah, they can drop
love-
in, they can drop out when they like, no questions asked.
I love that because life does bring about different opportunities, different things happen, different things, you know, circumstances change. And if there's no pressure in it, just we don't expect you to be here. But if you are, we just love having you here. So thank you.
It is basically that.
Brilliant. I love it. Well, for all those that live in and around Frankston, if you're visiting Victoria, get down to Frankston, 7 a.m. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. on the weekends. Get around the girls. Get down there.
Can we just do a shout out at the moment, Scott? Could I just butt in with
Please.
Next Wednesday on the 1st of June, we are putting together, it is MND Day for Claire. It's a friend of one of our swimmers. Claire is one of her friends, and MND, which is progressing, and it's not the nicest experience to be having, and we want to support her. So we're going to do a big deep freeze. So we're going to have a couple of special things we're going to be doing down there. So anybody, man or woman, doesn't matter, come along, join us. We would love to get the lineup that I've spoken of that we have when we go into the water. Love to see if we can get to 50. That's my challenge. So how many friends have you got, Scott?
I got a couple.
Think all them now?
Well, look, right now's a shout out, and we'll do a few more shout outs. Let's get around it, right? 1st of June,
Yes.
for Claire, who's progressing
Down
through
at Frankston Beach by the pier.
Frankston Beach by the main pier. Okay,
Yes.
brilliant. All right. Well, we'll do some stuff on our socials and get around there.
Beautiful.
That'd be awesome. So, if it's okay, I would like to move along a bit because there's a bit of a relationship happening here. Cold Water Crazies, the business for smiles. It's
Really?
growing.
Really?
It's I love it, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Like I recently did the 4x4x48, and both of you turned up in ungodly hours, ungodly conditions, and we got it done. You know, the very first effort, you know, it was hammering down, and here I am out running around the track. I had Lynn doing quite a few laps with me, which was awesome. But all the wonderful Cold Water Crazies were out there with their umbrellas, some of them, no umbrellas, the others. But it was wonderful to have you out with me on the track supporting what was an amazing event where we've actually raised a great amount of money to buy a great amount of sporting equipment. but you got me through some very dark moments, and the support and effort from both of you, Jody, Lynn, everybody, just Angela, like I just keep going and going, but it is one of the most beautiful things I've got in my life. I can't thank you enough for your support. You know, Jen, 4 a.m. in the morning as we're packing up the tent because it was all smashed to pieces. You know, but let's talk about how is this relationship built? How has it come about? I'm going to ask for it in your eyes rather than mine. So I'm going to ask for you, please, Jen.
Well, I remember the first time I spoke to you. You were on a walk, and I said, "Good morning," as I do to everybody who walks past. And that's the very first conversation that we had. And I think from that moment on, for me, I love what you do. I truly, truly love what you do. I think to me, my smile has always been my logo, so maybe that's why I kind of gravitated to it towards it anyway, in the first instance. And then understanding what these mean, what you are, what you're trying to achieve, it's easy to get behind you when you believe that there's a necessity for it in the world. Yeah. So that's where I'm coming from.
And I really want to thank you, because you do get behind the Business of Smiles, and you know the socks are a significant part of it. You know, the black dots, they represent our dark days. We all have them. No one's getting out of that. The yellow, that's that warm winter sun on your back. That's our community getting around you on your dark days. You got around me in my darkest hour, and I can't thank you enough for that. And I love that you're involved in the Business of Smiles, and the cross-pollinating of the communities. I think it's just going to grow and just become something even stronger and better than what it already is. So thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
No worries. Val, for you, the Business of Smiles, like, how did it come about, and what's it been bringing forward for you?
Well, for me, I don't recall the first meeting that Jen had with you. I believe that you had.
You wasn't there.
I wasn't. Oh, well, there you are.
You were on a lake to swim.
It was the time that you came running past on the walkway, and you just said, "Morning, ladies," and we said morning, and then next thing you were coming down in yellow socks, and of course I asked you about yellow socks. I got the story about the yellow socks, and I fully understood the situation of the dark moments of the day and the sunshine that's in the day, and it just resonated with me. And I just said to you, come and tell a story and share it with the group. And it's just, you were just open, full of smiles. It just happened. It's just one of those situations that happened. Nothing had to happen. No one had to say anything, but it just evolved. It just happened like that. And of course, then you came for a swim, then the frivolity and the fun and the laughter, and it's just been that ever since in all its different ways. And then when you did your 4x4x48, yes, we were there supporting you, but we also had so much fun along the way as well, as we always do. And I think, I come back to that with the group. It's just to be able to find that inner child in each of us and allowed to play. It doesn't happen very often. You're not in many circumstances where you're allowed to do that completely and as freely. And even when we supported you at your 4x4x48, that was us.
And you proved to me just how crazy you all are, and I loved it.
You found your tribe.
But I love it, because the main thing for me in life is my word for this year is human, and how do we become more human, and what is the human experience about. And this is my personal opinion, but I find if we look for control of situations, and we sort of run on fear and fear-based marketing, then we stunt the growth of what we can be. Whereas if we look for understanding and support, we get to evolve into something amazing. So stunt, evolve, and the support that we have for one another has just been amazing. And what is growing out of it is something just magical. And like, stay tuned, people. There's more opportunities coming out of this that are just so wonderful. So I'm very grateful to you both. I'm very, very humbled to be a part of your community. And I love you being in mine.
I think we enjoy being a part of your community as well.
We do a lot. Yeah.
It does sort of resonate with us.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. But I do also, I think more so these days, it's our community. Yeah, we walk together through this, and that's what I'm loving the most. You know, so I had questions to ask, but we're already at half an hour, believe it or not. So that's easy to get through that. Mainly because it's interesting. There's lots of things to talk about. There's lots of things to share. Look at the joy. Well, I'm gonna ask you both one question. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna ask you both one question. What makes you smile? Go.
Getting up in the morning when I don't want to.
What makes me smile? I don't think it's not very often I don't smile.
No.
I think life in general makes me smile. Yeah, I think
when you observe the good in everything and everyone, it's easy to smile. And if you're that sort of a person, that's easy. It happens. Look at you, Scotty.
Yeah. When you come from a place of everybody's doing the best they can with what they've got, then everybody is doing the best they can with what they've got. And that makes you smile.
I believe that.
And it doesn't cost anything to smile, does it? It's just put a smile on your dial. Easy.
It's infectious too.
Yeah.
As testament to all you wonderful, crazy ladies down there on St. Beach at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I've loved it. Listen, and I want to finish up tonight because I want to make sure that people watch this. I don't want it to go too long, but I really want to thank you. I want to honor you both, and to every other cold water crazy out there. I'm so grateful that you're in our community. I'm so grateful that, you support each other, and I'm so grateful that, you choose to get up early and get in that water because you're worth it. So, Jen, Val, thank you so much for being on here tonight. And the puppet show begins. But there's a lot more. Any last words of wisdom you both have for people?
Have fun.
Keep life simple.
And join us at the beach.
Yes. Come swim. Come swim Wednesday the 1st.
Keep swimming.
I love it. Go. Well, thank you both for coming on tonight.
Pleasure.
Looking forward to seeing you. No, I love it. But looking forward to having Shorty back next week and hearing what's going on, because there's some big things going on at the minute, and I can't wait. It's only 4 more weeks until I meet Shorty. 4 more weeks until I meet a man that I love with all my heart, that I've been able to meet just through this, just through the Campfire Project, just by being around each other. We together. How amazing is that? I wonder what he's actually going to be like to hug. So, anyway, thank you, everybody. Take care. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you so much, Val, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you so much, Scotty.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
You're welcome. All right.
Bye.
Where's that bloody button?
That button.
Hang on.